Question 1. When a new piece of plant has been installed but has not been commissioned, how should it be left? Give one answer. A. With all valves and switches clearly labeled. B. With all valves and switches locked off. C. With all valves and switches turned off. D. With all valves and switches turned on and ready to use. The correct answer is B. With all valves and switches locked off. Question 2. Who should carry out leakage testing of a newly installed ductwork system? Give one answer. A. A trained and competent person. B. The designer. C. The installation contractor. D. The property owner. The correct answer is A. A trained and competent person. Question 3. When working in a riser, how should access be controlled? Give one answer. A. By a permit to work system. B. By a site security operative. C. By the main contractor. D. By those who are working in it. The correct answer is A. By a permit to work system. Question 4. If you find a colored wire sticking out of an electrical plug, what is the correct action to take? Give one answer. A. Mark the item as defective and follow your company procedure for defective items. B. Pull the wire clear of the plug and report it to your supervisor. C. Push it back into the plug and carry on working. D. Take the plug apart and carry out a repair. The correct answer is A. Mark the item as defective and follow your company procedure for defective items. Question 5. How should extension leads in use on site be positioned? Give one answer. A. They should be coiled on a drum or cable tidy. B. They should be laid out in the shortest, most convenient route. C. They should be located so as to prevent a tripping hazard. D. They should be raised on bricks. The correct answer is C. They should be located so as to prevent a tripping hazard. Question 6. What should you do if you need additional temporary wiring for your power tools whilst working on site? Give one answer. A. Disconnect a longer cable serving somewhere else and reconnect it to where you need it. B. Find some cable and extend the wiring yourself. C. Speak to an electrician and ask them to do the temporary wiring. D. Stop work until an authorized supply has been installed. The correct answer is D. Stop work until an authorized supply has been installed. Question 7. Which item of electrical equipment does not require portable appliance testing? Give one answer. A. 110-volt electrical drill. B. 110-volt portable halogen light. C. Battery-powered rechargeable drill. D. Electric kettle. The correct answer is C. Battery-powered rechargeable drill. Question 8. Where should liquefied petroleum gas, LPG, cylinders be positioned when supplying an appliance in a site cabin? Give one answer. A. Inside the cabin in a locked cupboard. B. Inside the cabin next to the appliance. C. Outside the cabin. D. Under the cabin. The correct answer is C. Outside the cabin. Question 9. How should you position the exhaust of an engine-driven generator that has to be run inside a building? Give one answer. A. In a riser. B. In a stairwell. C. In another room. D. Outside the building. The correct answer is D. Outside the building. Question 10. If you spill some oil on the floor and you do not have any absorbent material to clean the area, what should you do? Give one answer. A. Do nothing, as it will eventually soak into the floor. B. Keep people out of the area and inform your supervisor. C. Spread it about to lessen the depth. D. Warn other people as they tread through it. The correct answer is B. Keep people out of the area and inform your supervisor. Question 11. A person who has been using a solvent-based ductwork sealant is complaining of headaches and feeling sick. What is the first thing you should do? Give one answer. A. Get them a drink of water and a headache tablet. B. Get them out to fresh air and make them rest. C. Let them carry on working but try to keep a close watch on them. D. Make an entry in the accident book. The correct answer is B. Get them out to fresh air and make them rest. Question 12. What additional control measure must be put in place when welding in situ galvanized ductwork? Give one answer. A. Fume extraction. B. Hearing protection. C. Screens. D. Warning signs. The correct answer is A. Fume extraction. Question 13. When jointing plastic-coated metal ductwork, which of the following methods of jointing presents the most serious risk to health? Give one answer. A. Fixing nuts and bolts. B. Riveting. C. Taping. D. Welding. The correct answer is D. Welding. Question 14. If you are removing a run of ductwork in an unoccupied building and notice a hypodermic syringe behind it, what should you do? Give one answer. A. Ensure the syringe is empty, remove it and place it with the rubbish. B. Notify the supervisor, cordon off the area and call the emergency services. C. Wear gloves, break the syringe into small pieces and flush it down the drain. D. Wear gloves, use grips to remove the syringe to a safe place and report your find. The correct answer is D. Wear gloves, use grips to remove the syringe to a safe place and report your find. Question 15. Which two of the following should you use when cutting aluminium or tin ductwork that has been pre-insulated with fiberglass? Give two answers. A. A blowtorch. B. A chisel. C. A hacksaw. D. A set of tin snips. E. Respiratory protective equipment. The correct answer is D. And E. D. A set of tin snips. E. Respiratory protective equipment. Question 16. If you are working where welding is being carried out, what should be provided to protect you from welding flash? Give one answer. A. A fire extinguisher. B. A high-vis vest. C. Screens. D. Warning notices. The correct answer is C. Screens. Question 17. When planning a lifting operation, how should the sequence of operations to enable a safe lift be confirmed? Give one answer. A. By verbal instructions. B. In a method statement. C. In a radio telephone message. D. Via a notice in the canteen. The correct answer is B. In a method statement. Question 18. Which of these statements is true in relation to the safe working load, SWL, of lifting equipment? Give one answer. A. It is never marked on the equipment but kept with the test certificates. B. It is provided for guidance only. C. It is the absolute maximum safe working load. D. It may be exceeded by no more than 25%. The correct answer is C. It is the absolute maximum safe working load. Question 19. What must be clearly marked on all lifting equipment? Give one answer. A. The name of the manufacturer. B. The next test date. C. The safe working load. D. The specification of material from which it is made. The correct answer is C. The safe working load. Question 20. When using a material hoist you notice that the lifting cable is frayed. What should you do? Give one answer. A. Be very careful when using the hoist. B. Do not use the hoist, and report the problem. C. Get the job done as quickly as possible. D. Straighten out the cable using mole grips. The correct answer is B. Do not use the hoist, and report the problem. Question 21. When do you need to wear eye protection while drilling through a wall? Give one answer. A. Always, whatever the circumstances. B. Only when drilling overhead. C. Only when drilling through concrete. D. Only when the drill bit exceeds 20 millimeters. The correct answer is A. Always, whatever the circumstances. Question 22. In addition to a safety helmet and protective footwear, what personal protective equipment, PPE, should you wear when using a hammer drill? Give one answer. A. Barrier cream and respiratory protective equipment. B. Gloves and breathing apparatus. C. Hearing protection, breathing apparatus, and barrier cream. D. Hearing protection, respiratory protective equipment and eye protection. The correct answer is D. Hearing protection, respiratory protective equipment and eye protection. Question 23. How should you leave the area around ductwork after using a solvent-based sealant? Give one answer. A. Ensure that the lids are left off tins of solvent. B. Leave inspection covers off and erect no smoking signs. C. Remove any safety signs or notices. D. Seal up all the open ends to ensure that dirt cannot get into the system. The correct answer is B. Leave inspection covers off and erect no smoking signs. Question 24. Before taking down a run of ductwork, what is the first thing you should do? Give one answer. A. Assess the task to be undertaken and check its support system. B. Assess the volume of waste and get an appropriate sized skip. C. Clean the ductwork to remove all dust. D. Cut through the support rods. The correct answer is A. Assess the task to be undertaken and check its support system. Question 25. What is the safest way to move a fan coil unit some distance? Give one answer. A. Drag it. B. Get a workmate to carry it with you. C. Roll it end over end. D. Use a trolley or other manual handling aid. The correct answer is D. Use a trolley or other manual handling aid. Question 26. While fitting a fire damper into a ductwork system, you notice that, due to a manufacturing fault, it may not operate properly. What should you do? Give one answer. A. Fix it so that it stays open, and then install it. B. Install it anyway, as it is. C. Leave it out of the ductwork system altogether. D. Not fit the damper and report the fault. The correct answer is D. Not fit the damper and report the fault. Question 27. If you are using a genie hoist and notice that part of the hoist is buckling slightly, what should you do? Give one answer. A. Carry on with the job, while keeping an eye on the buckling metal. B. Get the job finished quickly. C. Lower the load immediately. D. Straighten out the buckled metal and then get on with the lifting operation. The correct answer is C. Lower the load immediately. Question 28. When carrying out solvent welding on plastic ductwork, what particular safety measure must be applied? Give one answer. A. 3. It must be done in daylight. B. A hard hat must be worn. C. The area must be well ventilated. D. The supervisor must be present. The correct answer is C. The area must be well ventilated. Question 29. Which of the following do you not need to do before using a cleaning agent or biocide in a ductwork system? Give one answer. A. Ask for advice from the cleaning agent or biocide manufacturer. B. Check what the ductwork will carry in the future. C. Consult the building occupier. D. Read the cost assessment for the material, carry out a risk assessment and produce a method statement for the work. The correct answer is B. Check what the ductwork will carry in the future. Question 30. Which of the following do you not need to do before cleaning a system in industrial, laboratory or other premises where you might encounter harmful particulates? Give one answer. A. Collect a sample from the ductwork. B. Examine the system. C. Prepare a job-specific risk assessment and method statement. D. Run the system under overload conditions. The correct answer is D. Run the system under overload conditions. Question 31. Where it is necessary to enter ductwork, which are the two main factors that need to be considered? Give two answers. A. The cleanliness of the ductwork. B. The strength of the ductwork and its supports. C. What the ductwork will carry in the future. D. Whether you need to wear knee pads. E. Working in a confined space. The correct answer is B and A. B. The strength of the ductwork and its supports. E. Working in a confined space. Question 32. What should you do before painting the external surface of ductwork? Give one answer. A. Clean the paint brushes. B. Put on eye protection. C. Read the cost assessment. D. Switch off the system. The correct answer is C. Read the cost assessment. Question 33. If you have to dismantle some waste extract ductwork, what is the first thing you should do? Give one answer. A. Arrange for a skip to put it in. B. Check that the duct supports are strong enough to cope with the dismantling. C. Ensure there is a certificate of cleanliness in place before commencing work. D. Make sure there are enough disc cutters to do the job. The correct answer is C. Ensure there is a certificate of cleanliness in place before commencing work. Question 34. What must you ensure before using a ladder? Give one answer. A. That an apprentice or workmate is standing by in case you slip and fall. B. That it is secured to prevent it from moving sideways or sliding outwards. C. That no one else has booked the ladder for their work. D. That the weather forecast is for a bright, clear day. The correct answer is B. That it is secured to prevent it from moving sideways or sliding outwards. Question 35. When positioning and erecting a stepladder, which of the following is essential for its safe use? Give one answer. A. It has a tool tray towards the top of the steps. B. The restraint mechanism is spread to its full extent. C. You will be able to reach the job by standing on the top step. D. Your supervisor has positioned and erected the steps. The correct answer is B. The restraint mechanism is spread to its full extent. Question 36. What is the recommended maximum height for a freestanding mobile tower? Give one answer. A. 12 meters. B. 2 meters. C. The height recommended by the manufacturer. D. There is no restriction. The correct answer is C. The height recommended by the manufacturer. Question 37. What is the first thing you should do after getting onto the platform of a correctly erected mobile tower? Give one answer. A. Check for overhead power lines. B. Check that the brakes are locked on. C. Close the access hatch to prevent falls of personnel, tools, or equipment. D. Make sure that the tower does not rock or wobble. The correct answer is C. Close the access hatch to prevent falls of personnel, tools, or equipment. Question 38. What should be done before a mobile tower is moved? Give one answer. A. A permit to work must be issued. B. All people and equipment must be removed from the platform. C. Arrangements must be made with the forklift truck driver. D. The principal contractor must give their approval. The correct answer is B. All people and equipment must be removed from the platform. Question 39. What must be done first before any roof work is carried out? Give one answer. A. A risk assessment must be carried out. B. A weather forecast must be obtained. C. Permits to work must be issued only to those allowed to work on the roof. D. The operatives working on the roof must be trained in the use of safety harnesses. The correct answer is A. A risk assessment must be carried out. Question 40. What is edge protection designed to do? Give one answer. A. Make access to the roof easier. B. Prevent rainwater running off the roof onto workers below. C. Prevent the fall of people and materials. D. Secure tools and materials close to the edge. The correct answer is C. Prevent the fall of people and materials. Question 41. What should folding stepladders be used for? Give one answer. A. All site activities where a straight ladder cannot be used. B. General access on site. C. Getting on and off mobile towers. D. Short-term works. The correct answer is D. Short-term works. Question 42. If you are asked to install high-level ductwork from a platform that has no edge protection and is located above an open stairwell, what should you do? Give one answer. A. Get on with the job, but keep away from the edge of the platform. B. Get on with the job, ensuring that a workmate stays close by. C. Get on with the job, provided that if you fall the stairwell guardrail will prevent you from falling further. D. Not start work until your work platform has been fitted with guardrails and toe boards. The correct answer is D. Not start work until your work platform has been fitted with guardrails and toe boards. Question 43. You have to carry out a job over a few days on the flat roof of a two-story building, about 1 m from the edge of the roof, which has a low parapet. How should you reduce your risk of falling? Give one answer. A. Ask for double guardrails and a toe board to be installed. B. Carry on with the job, provided that you don't get dizzy with heights. C. Get your mate to do the work, while you hold on to them. D. Use a full body harness, lanyard, and anchor while doing the job. The correct answer is A. Ask for double guardrails and a toe board to be installed. Question 44. What is the best form of access to use, when installing a run of ceiling-mounted ductwork across a large open space? Give one answer. A. B. C. D. The correct answer is D. Question 45. When assembling a mobile tower, what major hazard must you be aware of? Give one answer. A. Cable trays. B. False ceilings. C. Overhead service cables. D. Water pipes. The correct answer is C. Overhead service cables.